Welcome to OC-Tober, a challenge spanning 4 weeks, a few challenges for each week. Except I'm already behind 2 weeks, but whatever, okay? That's what happens when you are late to the first week and then you decide that, oh, I'll just compile the first and second week together and get it done in time, and then you overwork yourself. But now I have the first week's work done, but now it's the third week. But hey, even though this challenge is a bit late, most people's challenges tend to go past the 31-day mark. Who knows? Maybe I'll get it done in the 31 days. Maybe. Who knows? Who cares? If I get it done in 31 days, then good on me. If I get it done over 31 days, then still good on me. I still did it. And if I decide to stop some of the challenges, good on me too. Still had fun. That's like the main thing for challenges, is to have fun and make pieces, at least one piece you like. So, plus with OC-Tober, now I get to ramble about my OCs that I've had since the 5th to 6th grade. I've had them a while. They've had a lot of renditions, but these are the current ones. I think they're pretty swell. I think they're rad. But yes, I finally get to introduce them, and now if I bring them up on the channel, there'll be some context behind it. Okay, so there are 5 main characters: Kenta, Brady, Loki, Sandy, and Ari. In this world, there are about 3 species: humans, hybrids, and Silver Slayers. Humans are just everyday humans. They cannot perform magic. They can handle some magics like potions, but it cannot come from their bodies. Hybrids are mixtures between animals and humans. They are able to hold magic more so than humans, but they don't necessarily have their own magic. And they look mostly humanoid but with animal features. And then there are Silver Slayers. These are the rarest. There are only 5 known in existence, and they are reincarnations of the previous 5 Silver Slayers. And these are our main characters, or most of them. The Silver Slayers are able to have a fully animal form, and they are also able to possess their own magic abilities. The world they live in doesn't have common technology like cell phones or computers, but they are very advanced when it comes to weaponry, because their world is in constant war and fighting. Magic is and isn't a part of the wars. They are trying to use it to weaponize it, but there is pushback with people who believe it's too dangerous, with people who actually possess the magic or have mainly the magical elements. So a lot of pushback is from hybrids because their magic is being stolen or they're used against war, but sometimes magic is used in war consensually. A part of this is the school all the characters go to. It's a school for fighting to training to being in these wars. Right now, the school is especially needed because there is a new threat that has been unleashed onto the world, a mysterious wave of darkness. It doesn't cause too much structural damage, but the harm against living beings is 100% fatal. They either melt into the darkness or slowly die due to the darkness acting like a parasite feeding off of them, or they die with symptoms similar to a lack of sunlight, a severe lack of sunlight. There have been many reports and instances of people saying that while they were fleeing, they saw a male figure being seen, shrouded in the darkness. Leaders have been more curious with the magic use to see if they can use that to defeat the magic user, let's call him Timmy, who they believe is controlling this darkness. Out of our main characters, 2 of them are more of professional fighters. Ari is a general and has been through many fights and wars. Sandy was trained to fight, but due to his pacifist intents, he refuses to. Kenta, Brady, and Loki are students of the school, and they're relatively newer, though Kenta is the most advanced due to her being trained by a dragon. So a bit about Kenta. She is actually not human. She fell from a heaven-like place where she used to be an angel, but due to conflict and fear of the unknown, Kenta was cast out of it. When she fell from the clouds, she was saved by a dragon and raised in the woods. This dragon, though I don't believe I have a name for them, is a nature dragon and helped her train. Eventually, she had to go out on her own, and when she did, she found Sandy and the school. Sandy was unconscious outside of the school, and seeing the darkness coming, she decided that she wanted to protect him so that one of them could survive, or because she was hoping that her angelic powers would come back and hopefully save them both. I'm not quite sure of the reasoning. It could have been multiple reasons to that effect. Kenta's animalistic form is phoenix-like, and so when she transforms into this, you can't really make it out. It's mostly just like a bright flashing light flying everywhere. Her element is nature, so she can usually control plants. She is very cheerful and kind and curious. If I had to kind of make a comparison to characters she's kind of like Mulani from Genshin Impact, and I like to think that she's like Mira Jane from Fairy Tail, where she's very sweet, kind, and caring, but also she can be really weird at times and a little bit dark. That's personally one of my favorite character archetypes. She can be very cuddly with others, very affectionate, with others' boundaries in mind. She tries her best to keep that in mind. But when she is in a romantic situation or one that she likes romantically, she can actually get very, very shy. This is most seen with Brady, and most of the time they just love standing next to each other, sneaking glances, and talking amongst themselves. Kenta's fighting style is very feral. She likes to be low to the ground and slithery because she was raised by a dragon who was older and weaker, so he wasn't really able to fly that much. He was able to fly a little bit, but over time it slightly dissipated, and by the end he was mostly on the ground sleeping. Brady travels with his brother Loki to find the other Silver Slayers. He has a difficult relationship with all of his family members and was raised separately from Loki by their father. His animal form is a fox. He is very sly and able to sneak up on people, and at times it kind of seems like he can hide in the shadows. So that's a very cool animation technique I'll use in the future, where he'll just appear and like slink around places. His powers are water, and he prefers the method of attacking quick and brutal because he does not like violence. During his character development, though, he learns to tone down the brutalness a bit more and is able to make better assessments about the situation at hand. This is mostly taught by Ari. As for personality, he is very edgy. He is definitely the kind of person who unironically loves and relates to the dark quotes with sad anime characters in the background. Definitely not speaking from experience. I kind of do this in a way to where it does show his inner self, but it's just the way that he likes to express himself at first, or just in general. But yeah, you'll definitely get some, I forgot the character from Psyche K. He's the one with the blue hair and the bandages. Somewhat similar to that. He sort of has the Sunshun archetype, which is a character who is irritable, fiery, aloof, hostile inside, but actually very sad and depressed and lonely on the inside. Loki travels with his brother Brady to find the other Silver Slayers. He has a great relationship with his mom, has an okay relationship with his dad when he sees him, and has a very rocky relationship with Brady. He's trying to get closer to him, but he's really bad at communicating with Brady. Loki's animal form is a raven, not a crow. That's somewhat kind of important. He is the best flyer out of all the Silver Slayers, so often he goes for aerial attacks and is kind of a scout watching what's going down below. He also has the power of fire. He tends to be very flashy and muscle-headed with it, so often going for brute strength over technique, at least at first. He is sweet, goofy, a jokester, and confident. And yes, he is a himbo, bitches. And bros and non-binary hoes, cause he's pan! He has a really hard time understanding and being gentle to others. When he can't help, he tends to feel like there's something wrong with him, that he needs to always help others. He kind of falls under the type of the fun friend who makes everyone laugh but is pretty depressed. Ari was raised by the school, but she was obviously aware that she was a hybrid between a human and a dragon and has always been curious about dragons, but she was never able to venture far without it being for war purposes. With her animal form, she is able to fully transform into a dragon. Silver Slayers are also able to choose if they partially want to transform, but since Ari is a hybrid, she's not able to turn fully human like all the others because they are actually human. So she's always half dragon, even when she chooses to be half, and then also when she doesn't choose to be half, if that makes sense. Like, all the Silver Slayers have a normal form, a mixed form, and then a full form. Her normal form and her mixed form are the same, because she is a hybrid. Her power is she is able to secrete different potions from the red parts of her body, so the stabby bits. And also, like, the end of her tail is probably the one with the most lethalist. Like, she's able to secrete the most. Her tail is large, muscular, and gives her great balance, and it's flexible, but her wings are much smaller, making it hard for her to fly for long distances, often opting to glide. During battles and training, Ari is very stern and collected, but when she is not fighting, she is highly emotional and can get frustrated and embarrassed very easily. She's 100% a tsundere, and I love it. A lot of her flusteredness is aimed towards Loki, and also Kenta, because bi-curious. She doesn't really know though, she's in the closet. Not often it is that she can train with the main group because she's doing her job training others, but when she is usually most focused on Brady because he needs the most help in terms of using his powers and how to use them. They are able to understand and talk to each other even though they are very different. They still feel a connection. Her and Sandy butt heads sometimes because of their slightly conflicting morals, her being in many wars and having seen so many attacked, while Sandy hasn't really been in any wars but is very pacifistic and does not believe in war. So she tends to try to go easy on him, but she also stands her ground because of what she has been through and what she sees what it takes to be in a war. Also, side note, most of the time when drawing her, I love to make her look like Ryuga from Beyblade because he has some of the best expressions. They're very expressive, and it really helps with Ari's angry looks. Also, Ryuga was kind of based on a dragon, so it helps with those features too. Sandy was also raised by the school, and he was trained to fight in wars, but as he grew older, he became confused as to why the wars were even happening, and has since refused to fight in them. Sandy is often a huge pacifist, but even sometimes he knows when there are times to fight, though that is very rare for him. He tends to only fight when someone attacks first. It's good in theory, but in actuality, a lot of people get hurt. It's very complicated, and he learns the complications throughout, but it's still very hard to make judgments. And it's like, sometimes you'll mess up, sometimes you won't. It's very hard. He tends to like quick attacks so that the fighting stops quickly, and for that, he tends to have a lot of weapons hidden on his body. He's also a prodigy, so he's able to learn how to use these weapons very quickly and trains with them meticulously, despite him not liking to fight. Most often, he uses his giant diamond sword, but he prefers to only block and hit with it, so that way it doesn't cause bleeding and major damage. Kenta is the one who found him unconscious in front of the school. After that, they got very close and are best friends. Sandy is human, so there's no powers to talk about. Sandy is very quiet, both in personality and actuality. His voice is very scratchy and hurts when he talks. He has always had trouble communicating and getting close to others. For a majority of his life, he was separated from others his age. Some people see him as mysterious, some people just see him as a dick. He does eventually end up getting a boyfriend, side note, but I haven't designed that boyfriend, so he won't make a lot of appearances yet. But Sandy is able to get closer to all the people in the main gang. He tries his best to get close to others. It doesn't always work out because of the awkwardness, but he's fine with that because he's more happy that he's actually able to express himself better now. And that is kind of just a basic synopsis. I'll be adding a couple other details in other videos, but in the other videos I'll probably talk more, hopefully, about the drawings. I'm most likely going to be putting captions throughout this whole video so I can actually get some of my opinions out about the artwork I did, because I have a lot. There's one piece, the piece you're probably watching right now, that is, I absolutely love this piece. It's of Kenta's mother looking at Kenta and Brady. Brady tried to fly up to Kenta in the clouds, but I love that piece because I actually never designed Kenta's mom, and I really like how it showed up. And also, I love imagining the angels with the huge eyes, because I don't know, cool artistic choice. But yeah, I'll talk about it more in the captions, because I really wanted to talk about it, but I had to get all this info out because I really wanted to talk about my characters and give context behind them. Alright, that's it for this video. I'll see you for next week's. Who knows when that will be. Bye!